think one of the things that we've picked up, and if you work like in the foster care system, for example, which is where I worked for many years, we find that we're talking now, this has happened years ago when HIV/AIDS came in, and lots of parents passed on, and then grandmothers were put in that position where they had to take care of the children. Now you're looking at this huge generational gap, firstly, okay? A grandmother who would not know about social media and peer pressure and, children who have all these rights. And remember, we're talking generations, how we were brought up, what is currently, it's totally different. So you get a grandmother who is like maybe well into her 60s or 70s, having to take care of a teenager, not understanding the dynamics, not understanding what's out there, the influences, the social media, the accessibility to different, the things out there, the influences out there. So she becomes she's vulnerable already because of her age, and then becomes further vulnerable because when a person is an addict, there's no right or wrong. I always say this, and maybe some people might be offended by it, but for me, in my experiences with substance abuse, is that next fix or that next drink becomes everything to you. It's your mother, your father, your lover, your everything, and you'll do anything to get it. So there's no sense of right or wrong anymore in your brain. You've lost that completely. I see you nodding, so you agree with me. You'll do anything to get it. You steal, you break, you harm, you do whatever it is, to get that next fix. So it's not that simple. It's not that easy to say that we're just going to go in and pluck you out of there and put you somewhere and it's going to be. It's not like that at all. Dynamics in families and communities are hectic at the moment, we talk every day about unemployment, the sense of helplessness that our youth feel. It's something that we can't just solve overnight. What Anthony spoke about is something that we see every day. You have certain communities which are so rife with so many social ills that you look and you think, where on earth do we start? As social workers, we almost feel like we just, plugging holes, and you plug it and you move to the next one, and then that one gets water gushing out of it again. So it often feels like a losing battle for us as social workers. And I think that we need more from communities. So yes, you have your establishment of your what we call LDACs, which are local drug action committees, which are run by, we are part of it, but it's city initiative, it's municipal initiative, so we support them. But I don't know if it's enough, okay? But you get certain communities, like one of the communities that I sometimes work closely with is, for example, the Eldorado Park community. Now, Eldorado Park is very much out there. They don't have a problem to say how they feel and take on government and whoever, they feel. But they will come together as a community. They will run programs if they pick up something that is not okay in their community. And I think that's what we need. We almost need to replicate those kind of communities where all stakeholders come on board, whether it's your SAPS, health, NPA, you need everyone to come on board. You need communities because it's from your families, you have your communities, and if your communities thrive, your society thrives, your country thrives. It has that impact. So I think that's what we are missing, right? Because remember, as social workers, we go in there, we almost come in at the end of something, we don't have that luxury like in other countries, your first world countries, where a social worker has 5 cases and can do intensive work. We don't have that luxury. So we are literally putting out fires, which is sad because we want to do more. I have social workers that are so dedicated, they feel the pain of the grandmothers, and we completely You know, like I said, we do what we can with what we have, you know. So we pick up a lot of these things. We also pick up, it's generational as well. Like you'll find in some communities where from tukasatate, you know, grandparents, parents, whatever, the alcohol is generational, you know. So how do you break that? You know, so I like your idea, John, and I think we need more of these kind of things. We need to keep kids busy. They need to be recreational facilities after school, your sports facilities, your recreation centers. There's not enough of that. So we need much more, you know, and we need to give much more to communities and identify those communities. And I'm not saying for 1 second that alcohol abuse is not happening in your wealthier, you know, homes. I'm not saying that at all. But it for me, it becomes easier when you can target those communities that are at risk communities and put in a lot and give services and render services and give resources and work more intensively with them. I think it can make a huge difference.